gonna walk you home after the show.
Girls, take these down. I don't like them. Just rip them off. Take them down. Good evening. Girls, out. Pick them up. Take them with you. That won't happen again, will it? Sorry about that. Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. It's lovely to be back with you tonight. The phone number's for you to call us on tonight, and we're talking about all sorts of interesting things. You come up with the ideas, we'll talk about them. The number on your screen now is Leeds 46 1000, or if you have a fax machine, and several people do, you can fax us on this number, which is Leeds 421830. My very special guest tonight is Jonathan King. It's lovely to have you with us,
I must
Jonathan.
just go and iron the curtains.
Please do.
Yes.
Please do. But we start the show in the normal way, and there will be no mistakes tonight, with a video. It is, of course, the fantastic new video from Living in a Box and Gate Crashing. That's it. I warned you. That's it. Fooled you on that one, didn't I? Never mind. Let's get the show going tonight. Nice to be back. Here's Living in a Box and Gate Crashing. Fantastic. Not only do we have Jonathan King on the show tonight, but we have some live music from Zoot and the Roots a little later on. Get your phone calls coming in now and enjoy this music, because after all, when you think about it, all that's happened, it's only a matter of showbiz. Do. There we are, Living in a Box and Gate Crashing. That's good. You like that?
Yeah, it was rather fun, I thought. A bit like the other ones, but nice.
A little bit like the other ones. I've been asked to remind you the code. We're ringing the code tonight. Remember the code 0532. Thank you very much indeed. Very good. Thank you. I've been giving them lessons from this book, Training Women the Whale Way. Chapter 4 is great. Should read Chapter 4. So use the code, okay? Jonathan King is my special guest
You don't
tonight.
have Training Whales the women way, do you?
No, but it's a thought.
It could be the follow-up, couldn't it?
It's a thought, actually. Are you can all relax now. I'm in a very good mood. You all right?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Because they were a little nervous, you noticed, when I walked on.
Well, I've had quite enough of this.
Jonathan, that's a good one. Doing a James.
Well, I mean...
Doing a James. Now, because we didn't have very much time, that one, because we didn't have... Because I'm a little shaky, really. I haven't had much practice over the last week or so. Because we haven't had much time to put this program together tonight, not knowing, you know, etc., etc., I asked the boss if I could put my home video on, my own holiday video, one that you can make. And what you're going to see tonight, apart from Jonathan and I having a chat and Jonathan plugging his new record and holding it up to the camera as often as he can, yeah, like that, we'll talk a little bit about America, because recently I was in Chicago, and I went with a very good friend of mine, Fellini, and we took an ordinary domestic, this is true, domestic movie camera that you can go down to Dixon's or any other shop and you can buy or you can rent, and you can take your own movie. And what I want to know in the next couple of weeks is, why don't you send me your holiday movies, because they'd be good.
James, don't plug Dixon's, please.
Sorry, who are we on?
Mustn't plug Dixon's. They said to me, tell James not to plug Dixon's.
Okay, comment taken. Let's go to the first bit. What? What, sorry? Did you? Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, yes, that's Chris. He's the floor manager. He's very, very helpful man. Now, Chicago's where I went, but in Entertainment USA, you've been all over the States.
Yes, we went to Chicago a couple of times. Had a great time there. Wonderful. Being able to lie on the beach by a lake and unexpected and so on. I think my favourite place in America is actually New York, because I live there as well as in London. And so I've got an apartment there, and I go to all the Mets baseball games and enjoy myself. But
you're a big baseball fan.
I'm afraid I am. Yes,
yeah.
I love baseball.
Well, they took the video off me when I came home, and I said, okay, you can have it. And I haven't seen what they're going to do. So shall we have a little look at the first bit? First bit of Whaley Goes for Chicago. Hi, Blackburn. Hey. How you doing?
Made it to town finally.
Yeah. I had to take an enforced holiday. Good to see you.
Oh, good.
Good to see you. New
Seeing you,
car?
too. You're looking good. Yeah, it is a brand new car. How do you like it? Only
Very
100
nice.
miles on it.
Right.
Compliments of Sheriff O'Grady.
Downtown?
Downtown.
Downtown. Downtown.
Come on, I'll give you a ride.
You sure?
No problem.
Well. Ho, 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 ho. Whew. Now, this is the main route from O'Hare International Airport into downtown Chicago, and this is my good friend Mike Blackburn, who has kindly agreed to pick me up and look after me for a few days, and he is a member of the Cook County Sheriff's Police. More than that, we better not tell you at the moment. It's good of you to act as unpaid taxi driver.
My pleasure, James.
I thought you'd enjoy it. Yeah.
It's not often I get to be in the presence of greatness.
No, you can cap the sarcasm as well. Now, whilst I'm here in Chicago, what I hope to do is bring to you the flavor of a city that not many people know.
Nina Mishka, the Nina Mishka Show.
I'm not even going to rise to the bait. I see that I've never been a fan of sport. Jonathan, have you?
Now, I'm a big baseball fan, but that's
Yeah.
about the only one. I like American football, too.
Yeah.
I
No.
saw you wearing a Chicago Bears hat earlier.
Well, that was just, my holiday spirit and all that sort of thing. But I'm really getting into cricket at the moment because there's so many newspaper cuttings of these girls who are doing streaks all over the cricket places. Just wonderful, wonderful.
Bit tasteless, really.
Do you think it is?
Well,
I
yes,
think
a
it's
bit
sort of a
tacky.
cheap way of doing it. I don't know, really. I just thought it was quite entertaining. I don't actually think that that it would happen anywhere other than on a cricket
Absolutely
match or
not.
a cricket
No, I
pitch
think
or anything like that.
they know it's only really on cricket pitches that it works. I mean, anywhere else it would just be ridiculous.
Yeah. I also hate people going for sort of cheap ways of getting publicity.
Absolutely. So do I.
Don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't like that at all. Now, we've got some calls, I believe. I'm told by Cecil B. in my ear we have a few. Have you got to bring them on, please? If this is Tracy or Tanya or... Wild, absolutely wild. Thank you very much indeed. You like this, John? It just adds a little colour.
I've got an outfit just like that in my cupboard of tea.
I wish you'd worn it today.
I was thinking of it, but
I wish you'd worn
I
it.
thought this was more tasteful.
Let's take a few calls. Nina Whale is with you. Celia, hello. From
Hi,
Cambridge. Yes, Celia, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. It's great to have you back. It's really brilliant. I'd just like to say hello to all the Gen Xers, especially Harvey. And I wanted to know, when you left, was it just a big PR stunt? Was it planned, or did you really get really pissed off and leave?
What do you think, Celia?
I
Thank
think
you, Celia. Let's talk to Clodagh from... feel free to chip in.
Yes, indeed, yes.
Clodagh from Gloucestershire. Hello, Clodagh.
Hello.
Hello, Clodagh. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
You don't sing. Whatever happened to Clodagh Rogers?
Clodagh Rogers. Remember Clodagh Rogers? What was the name of the record you had?
What was the name of that record Clodagh Rogers had?
It was something, wasn't it?
Good night, midnight.
Good. Oh, it was something like
it?
that. It was. It was something like Good Night,
Come
Midnight.
back and something me?
Yeah.
Les got it, come back and shake me. Good old
Absolutely.
Les over here, camera
No,
one.
no, he wasn't giving a title for a song. He was asking for a request.
Clodagh, what
Needed
can we
a
do for you?
request.
Clodagh.
I'd like to ask Jonathan. I
Yes,
mean,
Clara.
he was born in London and he was a Cambridge University undergraduate. I'd like to know why he went over to America in the first place. What attracted him to the place?
Oh,
my
that's a very deep question, Jonathan. Take it away. What
Well, the fact is, actually, Cloud, James and all, and viewer, my father was American, so actually my blood is split. I'm 50% American and 50% English. And although he lived in Britain all his life, and my heart is in Britain, I own my home in Britain, and it's the place I like most of all, I really do love living in both countries, and I've got a home also in New York, and I love getting from one to the other.
Lovely, thank you, Clodagh. Lovely,
Actually,
lovely.
Very boring.
Keeping it concise. That's
Concise.
good. I like that. Jamie from Wakefield. Hello, Jamie.
Hello, James.
Yes, Jamie.
Well, I've been living in Detroit for the last 2 years.
Yes.
And I don't know if you know about the gang rivalry over there. There were a gang called the Scullies over there,
Yeah.
and another one called the Pitches.
Yeah.
My friend, well, you know, he ain't my friend now, like.
No. Well, when you get to the point, ring me back. Okay.
Well, Jamie, tell me, do any of these gangs in
I'm cutting
Detroit
off, actually.
own a copy of this album of mine,
I don't know.
The Butterfly That Stamped, which has just come out
Very
with
nice.
18 of my greatest hits on it? No, well,
Hang
look,
on. I had a bet how long it would take him when we got into the programme. I think I've won. I said it would be at least the first 20 minutes. Jonathan's new record is all his old hits regurgitated. Once again, yes.
But all the hits and more, in fact, James, the ones that you yourself love, because you did admit to me earlier that the first time you met me, what did you do, James?
I asked.
No, not that bit,
all
the
right.
other bit.
Oh.
The bit where you... Yes.
No. Right. One of the things that hurriedly out of this, and we'll tell you about it later, one of the things Chicago is known for, of course, are the Chicago cops and the gangsters. We found out all about them. The Sears Tower, the tallest building in the world, downtown Chicago. But right here on Maxwell Street, this is a black neighborhood. And if you look down here, it's a completely different sort of area. This is where the Soul Brothers hang out. We thought we'd just take a walk down here and see who we meet. Well, no, thank you, brother. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, as you can see, I'm the only white guy around here, but it seems to be okay. I think we're all right at the moment. What? Get this. Yeah?
Which one?
This one. No, this one. No, I wouldn't take your money, but I'm wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm right. No, I don't gamble. It's against my religion.
Be rich then.
No, it's against my religion.
You got to be broke then.
I'm broke, you're right. I don't go out without money. I was right, you're right, you see. Yeah? What?
Take your box. You won.
No.
Can I ask you something for me, bro?
Yeah?
Yeah, shit. Can I ask you something for me? Good right back. Just give me a little small favor. Be on time for me. If she wanted to pay me $20, she don't know. Slide in here. You put that ball right there.
Oh, very clever. Very clever. Very naughty, but very clever. You're looking for a hubcap. Do you ever drive along the road and your hubcap falls off? Or you see those hubcaps lying around in the street, you wonder where they get to? I reckon some of them must be here. I've never seen anything like this. Tell me, what is this place?
This is the heart of Maxwell.
Yeah?
They sell all types of stuff, man.
Do you have
Automobiles and stuff.
Is it all nicked or not?
Huh?
Is it stolen?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah? This is great, though.
This is.
The police get the hubcaps too?
Probably so. It's right over there at the police station.
This is the 7th District Police Station on Maxwell Street. Yep, you guessed it, the home of Hill Street Blues. Now, the producer said, James, if I'm going to send you to Chicago, you have got to be in a car coming out of that blue garage door over there. But listen, I have to tell you, we can't get in there because it's the Special Investigations Unit, And the commander has just told me that the garage is a storeroom. You couldn't even get a car in if you wanted to. You're a commander.
Right.
Yeah? That's good. I've been waiting here to see them driving out of the garage. And they're not driving out.
Let me see, if you stay here about another 3 days, would that be about right? Somebody might come out the garage in another 3 days, right?
It's interesting, isn't it? This is supposed to be L.A. in Hill Street Blues, and here we are in Chicago. That's it. I'm in Lincoln Park outside the Biograph Theatre. And with me is Harry Blackburn, who's Mike's dad. And Harry was on the Chicago Police Force. He was commander of the police in Chicago for some time. You've been a policeman, or you were a policeman for how long?
38 and a half years.
And your father before that?
20 years maybe.
So you know the story about the gangsters pretty well?
Yes. Yeah, fairly well.
This theatre is where John Dillinger, Public Enemy #1, came out of?
Yes. The famous lady in red.
Okay, Harry, let's retrace those steps and tell me what actually happened. So, John Dillinger, Public Enemy #1, and the lady in red came out of here. What happened next?
Well, he stopped to light a cigarette, and he, being very cautious and wary, he looked around. He thought that there was something wrong. There were a number of agents and Chicago police detectives in the entire area. There was no way he was going to get away.
So he got to the alley here.
When he came to the alley, he knew by that time that there were a lot of cops and FBI here, and he came to this alley and started down. So the other plainclothes people were crowding in on him. And he came to this alley.
Now, just before we got up here, now, there were some guys hiding up in the windows up here?
Oh, yeah.
Or no?
They had people with rifles and everything all over the place. There were a number of people, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't with the lady in red when he got to the alleyway?
Not at this point, because as soon as he came to the alley, he knew that there was something here, and he quickened his pace and started down, and, in fact, started to run at this point.
Would it have been similar to this or not?
This is it. This is it exactly. Of course, the printing has changed, but there's no change at all. And
how far along here did he get before he was
got
shot?
Just up a few more feet here, and by this time they were shouting and telling him to stop. And he had a pistol with him, and he turned around at right about as we're approaching this point here. Now he stopped here to turn around, and when he did that, I don't know whether he fired any shots at all, but anyway, he was machine gunned and shot in every possible way right at this
point here. Yeah. So there we are.
Yeah.
There, the end of the story to John Dillinger, Public Enemy #1.
Public Enemy #1.
I've had enough of gangsters. Let's get a beer.
Let's get a beer.
Okay.
This particular gun was made in the early 1900s, probably around 1915. This particular gun is a .45 caliber, fully automatic or semi-automatic Thompson submachine gun. Lock the bolt back, take the magazine out to make the gun safe, right? And you can pull the trigger forward.
And this would still work?
This works functionally perfect.
Does it?
Sure. All right. This particular gun either comes with a stick magazine or a drum magazine. Okay. Jim, you want to show them how to take it apart? Take the stock off. Like the gangsters used to carry it, just like that.
They just used to carry it.
This is a military sling. Obviously, I'm not going to take that off. But they could fire either the drum or the stick magazine.
Without the stock?
Without the stock. Almost like a handgun.
Yeah.
Like a handgun.
Not for long, because it's rather heavy.
Yeah. They made the police didn't think of getting these until the gangsters got them first then.
That's always the case.
That's always the case.
Now, this is the latest.
Now, this is a submachine gun?
This is a submachine gun.
Not a submachine pistol or...
Well, you can say machine pistol if you want, because there's presently no stock for it. It has extended magazines as well as the 17-round magazine here, which is made of a polymer plastic.
It's plastic?
Correct. This is the so-called plastic gun. Okay, now, pushing forward with the shooting hand, little opposite, pressure back, isometric tension. Put your trigger finger on the trigger.
Yeah.
Okay, now with a sight picture, that's what you're focusing on is your front sight blade. Okay, now with that perfectly lined up in the middle of the back blade, slowly squeeze the trigger.
Well, there we are. Ha. I'm proficient now with my gun. I've got my police car. I think all we need to do now is hit the street. But what do you think? We should have lunch first?
I think it's main priority.
Good. Where should we go?
How about where every good policeman goes?
Where's that?
Wendy's.
Fantastic. Drive on. There we are. Whaley hits the street. Sort of like Miami Vice, really, but in Chicago.
Captain Whale.
Captain Whale.
Any moment I was expecting an alligator to sort of leap up and snap.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I want you to remember that this is all shot. It's interesting, isn't it? On an ordinary domestic video you can get down in your hardware store.
Yeah.
And if you want, well, make your own holiday video and send it in to me at the program. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back.
461000. He's waiting for your call now.
It's competition time!
Yahoo! Yahoo! Every good show has a competition, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Well, the competition this week, want your pens and papers ready while you're dashing for those. Next week's show is a good show next week, and you'll enjoy this. It's fantasies and role play. And it won't all be smut and sex and innuendo and stuff like that.
Oh.
The hell it won't. But if there's a fantasy you've had, I want you to write to me in the week and tell me what sort of fantasy you have, what kind of thing I've always wanted to be sort of John Wayne in one of those sort of war films. I mean, I don't approve of playing with guns. I didn't like doing that at all.
But you've kept it.
I did indeed. So if you have any ideas, write to us and we'll show you the address in a few moments. Competition this week, you're going to win. Where are we? You hold that up. Let's have a look at that. Well, that'll find you, okay. That's Jonathan's new double album. And we've also got, let's have this one over here. We've also got the entertainment pack. That's entertainment. Those are videos as well. And all you have to do is tell us the title of the theme music to Jonathan's American program, Entertainment USA.
Absolutely, yes. It's got another title to it, which not many people will know. And if you can give us the exact title, the actual, real, original title, you win all these goodies.
Fantastic. Videos, records, and everything. And what was that? Send your entries to. That's very good. Sorry about that, Cecil. I just had a little trouble in hearing you. I'm not getting uppity. I'm not going to move. It's okay. Send your entries to this address. Wales Mail, care of Yorkshire Television, the Television Centre, Leeds, LS31JS. Now, we don't expect many people will be able to find this out. What is the real name of the theme tune to the title of Jonathan's program, Entertainment USA?
And damn it, I'll throw in a CD of the record as well.
Oh, let's hear it for Jonathan. That's wonderful, wonderful.
I'm afraid my generosity is boundless.
Don't you think we're probably the two best-looking men on television at the moment?
I would have thought we certainly, I mean, it's us and Jason Donovan, really, isn't it, basically?
Yeah.
Well, you're the sort of Jason Donovan...
What the hell have you stopped for? Sorry about that.
You're the sort of Jason Donovan, and I'm the sort of Kylie Minogue, I think, of late-night television, wouldn't you?
Do you think we could do a duet?
Well, quite possibly.
Let's have a couple of faxes. People send us. I love this idea of faxes. This is from Darren and Simon at work in Woking in Surrey. Terribly nice place. And they say, we've got some horrible curtains here. Can you send the girls round to rip them off? Is that all right? You'd like that, wouldn't you? They'll scream as well for you. Welcome back, Whaley, from the Bell Shines. And to Nina. We ought to do this, because I thought she was wonderful, and I think you've taken another holiday soon. With you in the shirt... Oh, no, I'm not reading that at all. And one
She's
here...
a nice girl,
Yeah, she is. Hello. Sorry, wrong number. Very funny, most entertaining. We'll have some more faxes and some more calls a little bit later on.
I think that one got a bit faxed up.
It got a bit faxed up. That's very good. We tried that last week. More Whale USA right here in Chicago. Breakfast, a great American tradition. So today, I've come to the Chicago Athletic Association for my breakfast, which is a bit strange when all these guys are doing is supposed to be keeping fit. No. This is one of the oldest gentlemen's clubs in Chicago. That's why I've got the jacket, the tie, the whole business. And it's so warm, I don't know why I'm dressed up like this. Let's go inside and have some breakfast and see what's going down, as they say in America, in this club. Now they've actually allowed women to come in at some times. Come on. Harry, do Americans eat breakfast like this every day?
In clubs like this, they do. But he was just walking into a restaurant. It wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Normally, Americans are great for grabbing a donut and coffee, and that would be.
Now, this is a fitness club. You can't get very fit eating this amount of food, can you? I'll tell you the funny thing, actually. The funny thing here is, Harry was just telling me, is that you can't, we're the only people in the place at the moment, and you can't take your jacket off.
No.
No.
If we took our jackets off, I'm sure
they'd be very upset.
They'd be very upset.
I think it's a nice way to start the day. Strawberries, that's a good idea.
And the berries.
Look at the size of that strawberry. It's enormous. I'm on the corner of East Lake and North Michigan. Just round the corner is 180 North Michigan, the home of WJJD and Magic 104. I may need a radio job, so I'm going to pop in and see Harvey Perlman. He's the boss, and he expects me at about 10:30. Nearly that now. I must have been in and out of more revolving doors than anywhere else in the country. There you go. Thank you. Hello there. My name's James Whale. I've come to see Harvey Perlman. Thank you. So what's the chance then, Harvey, for an Englishman like me to do a kind of Howard Stern off-the-wall type show here in Chicago?
I would say that the morning shows here in town, which if you do that kind of thing, you have some of the toughest competition in the world. You have Bob Collins at GN, who has humongous numbers. You have Jonathan Brandmeier over at The Loop, who gets a younger version of Collins' numbers. You got Murphy in the morning over at KQX, who does fairly well. So you turn around and you think about it for a second. The station does, the top rate station in the market is WGN at this particular point. They do about a 9 share of market. That means, and that's considered humongous numbers, and they bill almost $34 million. That's what they billed last year.
Really? That's pretty good.
I would say so.
They could afford to pay me. So, I mean, I still think you could, somebody like me on the morning show, boost up the figures a little bit. 6 months, you know.
What? I'll bring in Gary Price, do an audition tape for him. If he wants you, Jamie, you got it.
Fantastic. You shut up, I'm making a movie. Sorry about that. Well, no joy at the radio station just for the moment, but here in downtown Chicago, CBS TV. Now, some time ago, they lost the rights to broadcast Donahue. I figure they're probably looking for a new superstar right at this moment. Let's pop inside. You're short down there, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
No? Listen, you've probably heard of me. I'm James Whale. From England, yes. Yeah, could I... Who's the main man around here?
Jonathan Martin.
Is he? Is he the boss? And can I see him?
I can call his secretary. I don't believe he's in today, but I can...
Well, I could have a chat with her.
Okay.
I could have a chat with her.
And that's Mr. James?
No, James... Shall I write it down for you? Or James Whale? Whale. Like in the big sea mammal.
Okay.
I've come here to improve the ratings on CBS.
Yeah, I have a gentleman in mind, Mr. James Well. And he would like to know if he can help him. Yeah. Okay.
Who is this? This is the boss's secretary? Oh, how lovely to speak to you. I'm James Whale from England. Now, I heard that some time ago you lost the franchise to broadcast the Donahue show, right? Yes. Well, listen, I've just flown over from London, where I do a very successful late-night TV show, And I thought I'd come along here and offer you my services. Oh, even better, even better. Karen Miller. Phew, this is NBC. It's rather like sitting in the hall of the BBC. Nice building. I don't think they've any use for me, but we'll see. No luck there anyway. I can't imagine why. Meanwhile, back at CBS, take two.
It's this idea because he left when he was asleep. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
You're back again, I see.
Yeah, you know, I'm like the bad penny. I sort of turn up the whole time. That's it. How are you? Well, I've no luck with CBS, no luck with the radio stations. I think I'm going to go and spend my time on the beach for the rest of this day. Look at those people down there enjoying themselves in the middle of the day. Look at the blue lake. It really isn't fair. It's good. We'll take a break, then go way back after this. Hey, Whaley's on. Welcome back. And some calls. Lots of it placed in the script. That'll. Thank you. Thank you. These, by the way, these girls are from a group called Naughty But Nice, and they will be appearing live on the show. They do a dance routine. They will be dancing at some stage on the show in the near future. Very nice too. You're quite happy there, are you, John?
Yes, I feel quite comfortable.
Good,
Happy at home. Good. This is the place to be at 1:45 in the morning, relaxing.
It is. It is.
You look smart, girls. You know, there's lots of little sons with a hat on. My new single is called The Sun Has Got His Hat On.
My
Do
God.
you remember that from
That's another plug.
Was that a plug?
Yeah, it was another plug. Let's take some calls. Simon from Selby. Hello, Simon.
I just wanted to know what you and Jonathan think about the American comedies over here.
American comedy, that's a good point. What do you think about the American comedy shows on TV?
I think some of them are the best around. My favourite programme on television at the moment, apart from this one, of course, is Roseanne, which I think is absolutely fabulous. I think she's a very funny lady, and it's a very well-written show. The Cosby Show used to be wonderful when it started, although it's gone off a bit now.
What about Cheers?
Cheers was wonderful when it started, too. I think they do good comedy, almost better than anyone. The best of British comedy and the best of American comedy can be superb. Mind you, there's an awful lot of dross, too.
Simon, which is your favourite?
Well, I like Cheers at the moment, but there's one that I hate, which is that Ruby Wax.
Oh, that's not an American one, but never mind, Simon. Thank you very much.
She's an American lady. I quite like Ruby Wax.
Yeah,
she amuses me because she's so awful, but in a really studly
Jonathan,
way.
we're getting very sunnish now. We're getting very sort of columnish here, aren't we?
Yes,
Sorry about that. Right.
Yeah.
Sean from Belfast. Hello, Sean.
Hello, James.
Hi.
Getting back to America, I'd just like to say that women may become too prominent a force in American society.
Do you think women are becoming too prominent force in America?
Yeah.
I'm with you, actually, Sean. Do you agree with that? I'm with you, Sean.
About that? What do you think about that, eh?
Danny in London. Hi, Danny.
Hello, James. I'm from London. Yeah, I went to America I went to Chicago, actually, in 87, and it's Packer. And I'd like to say that your programme gives me the fucking...
Oh, please, that's not very nice. You know, you can always get one from London, can't you, Jonathan? I mean, honestly. Marcus from Telford. Hello, Marcus.
Hello there.
Yes, Marcus.
I just wanted to say that a lot of the styles of clothes and things come from America in this country. You know, the styles in this country come from America.
You think so?
And I don't think that they should really, because I think the British styles are just as good in most cases.
Well, actually, the Americans seem to watch us for the styles of fashion most of the time. Most of them just wear sweatshirts and jeans.
Yeah, and I reckon that actually Britain is the best country in the world for creating and starting things off, especially in music, but also in things like fashion. But the Americans are brilliant at marketing something. So the best way around is when somebody in Britain invents something and the Americans get hold of it and sell it. That will work very well.
Let us try Brian from Manchester. Hello, Brian.
How do you do, James?
I'm well, Brian. How are you?
I've gone green, James.
You've gone what?
I've gone green.
You've gone green.
Who cares about Labour or Tory when the Earth's going black?
Funnily enough, Brian, we're doing a green show.
Yeah.
We're doing a green show. Everybody will be throwing up in the studio. We're doing a green show in a few weeks' time. So watch for that, Brian. Thank you.
I'll give you one thing. The Green TV commercial for Europe was miles better than all the other parties put together. And if I'd voted, which I couldn't because I was in Paris yesterday, I actually probably would have voted for the Greens, only for one reason. Because what they're saying, and they've been saying for 10 years, all the other parties are saying now, but let's not get political here.
Can I just, Jonathan, just shut your mouth for one moment. Just wonderful to have you on, Jonathan, because at least you talk nearly as much as me. I've had an enormous amount of letters. Thank you very much indeed for the letters, and please do keep your letters coming in. Things you'd like to see on the show, more of, less of, that sort of stuff. Carol Kirkman from Nottingham wrote us, said, whilst we were sorry to see you go, imagine our delight when we discovered that Nina was replacing you. As a replacement, she would be our #1 choice. I agree with that. A little round of applause for Nina. That's very nice. Good. A.F. Baker from Preston said, any time I want to listen to nothing more than a giggle or gaggle of spiteful, embittered... I think he's talking about you again, Nina, but I'm sure she doesn't mind at all. Paul Owen in Coventry says, obviously his newfound national recognition is proving a trifle strenuous for him, constantly being regaled by abusive calls and voluptuous bimbos making demands on his steady stream of vitriol. James obviously needs a rest. Right. What are you still doing here? You're supposed to be down there, you stupid little cameraman. Barry, what do you... Get your camera off there and go down the road. For goodness sake, Cecil, I'm sorry, it wasn't my fault that time, Cecil. I am sorry about that. You can't, you have to keep in control the whole time, don't you?
Just too much, isn't it?
Too much, right.
You
now,
cannot get staff these days.
Ah, there he is, he's going. Good. Now, what we have down in reception here is a group who come from Leeds. They are fantastic. They're called Zoot and the Roots, and this is a piece of music from them that's called New Rain.
New rain. And the same old pain. It's a new rain, new rain, new rain.
New Rain! Zoot and the Roots, New Rain. They got a new record out as well. We thought that was nice, didn't we?
Nice sound.
I'll tell you when, thank you. You know, you want to get a copy of my book, Training Women the Whale Way, because it works. You've never looked back, have you? Since you did that. Oh, for goodness sake. I know I had it written into the new contract, but it was supposed to be afterwards, not before. Well, listen, thank you very much indeed for bearing with us. We haven't finished with Chicago. You've got a little more of that. And it is, seriously, it is recorded, or was recorded, on an ordinary home video, which is why the sound was a bit dodgy in certain places. You didn't think it was,
I wouldn't believe it. Some of those shots, the beautiful shot of the beach, sheer professionalism.
Shall I tell you how we did that?
How did you do that?
We got onto the front of one of the Chicago Marine Division police boats, which we did a lot of filming with on. We haven't had time to show you this week. If you liked it, you could request more. We could show you more. And we went all around the bay and doing shots of Chicago. It was good.
Marvellous.
That's what we did.
But, Whaley, how did you get the shots of the aeroplanes?
Jonathan, you promised you wouldn't bring that up. That wasn't, that was very unkind of you.
That's fighting foul.
We cheated a little bit, but if you have any nice holiday videos, then perhaps you will send them to me here. Of course, the James Wales Show, care of Yorkshire Television in Leeds.
Particularly if your name is Rob Lowe.
Yes.
Yes,
okay.
Particularly if your name is Rob Lowe.
Last couple of seconds. Thank you very much indeed tonight. Naughty but nice. Naughty but nice. And Jonathan's, of course, his record is out, his CD is
wonderful,
out.
my new record, new
on
CD,
sale,
cassette. And I must say, I do like the way you pay.
Good.
It definitely is a really good
Yes,
good
News of the World, take note. That's about it. We're back next week. We're talking about fantasies and role-playing. But we haven't quite finished yet, because before we go, I'd like to take you back to Chicago, and I'd like to say goodbye and good night to you, live, well, as live as you can get, from Chicago. Give us a kiss. It's taken me a whole day, that's why I've changed, to get down here on the beach. Now, this is Oak Park Beach, downtown Chicago, where all the people are sunning themselves. And hey, this is a Wednesday. And the only thing that bugs me is all the guys have got really fit, muscly bodies, and they're very suntanned, and I just feel a little bit out of it. But never mind, I've been invited to go and sit over here with some young ladies. Hello and welcome to Soldier Field. That's the way they start off the games on television here in America. This is the home of the legendary Chicago Bears American football team. And of course, if you're an American football team fan, you'll know that. And just feast your eyes around this stadium. It's an all-seater stadium. There are no cages, no way to keep the opposing supporters apart because you don't need to. They don't have those problems over here. It's a marvelous place. In fact, it was modeled on the Colosseum in Rome. And I can imagine gladiators coming down here and doing battle, which in effect is what American footballers do. It really is a super place. I would have liked to interview some of the American team or the coaches or whatever, but here in the middle of summer, they've all gone away. Now, if you're going out at night in Chicago, the place you have to go is to see the blues. And this is a blues club. We're going to go inside. It's going to be loud, so I want you to be prepared to put your fingers in your ears. Come on.
The dogs begin to howl all around the neighborhood. The dogs begin to howl all around my neighborhood. That's a bad sign, people. That means something's going on that ain't no good.
Here we are, another great American pastime. We're cruising! I'm standing at the top of the tallest building in the world. This is the Sears Tower. And we've come to the end of the trip, which is a little sad, but all good things have to come to an end. We've had a great time here in the Big Onion. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you look out behind me, you can see one of the most magnificent sights of Chicago. Good night, Chicago.